Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Namaha. Om Shri Bhatteshwarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Namaha. Om Shri Shaliji Namaha. Om Shri Kriyanandaji Namaha. O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye pathmakers of old, O ye powers that be of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, you who for each of us, in our own way, are the highest manifestation of the divine goodness of life. Namaste. We call upon thee on this day, at this moment, to be with us, to bless us, to lift us, that we might heal the hurts, that we might find strength and courage to do that which needs to be done. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Gum, Om Aim, Om Hrim, Om Shrim, Om, Om, Om. Namaste Ji. Welcome to my heart and to our Sunday Sangha. Today we will once again focus our energies on forgiveness and healing. Our monthly one time when we focus our attention on forgiveness and healing. We should be doing it every day, but still it's a time that we focus together on this. Once upon a yogi time, there was a man. Very, 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 very respected in his community. Very wealthy. Owned a lot of land. Big, big house. Lots of people worked for him. And he was considered to be a leader in his community. People talked about how kind he was and how nice he was. But he had a big secret. Nobody knew. Well, not nobody. Few knew. He abused children. He hurt children. Very specifically hurt children. Yeah, his neighbors knew that things weren't exactly right with everybody who worked on his plantation. But he owned the plantation, and he owned every living being on the plantation. And from the time that those living beings were born on his plantation, he owned them, and he chose to treat them not very kindly. But nobody stopped. Nobody stepped in. Nobody said, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't abuse the children like that. You shouldn't have them out in the fields working when they're 4 years old and 5 years old. You shouldn't abuse their mom and dad like that. Well, I see you give their mom and dad water, but you don't feed the children. You don't give them the same thing. Why? If he were asked, he would have said, they don't work for it. When they're old enough to work, I'll give them plenty of water. If they survive, they'll have plenty of food. Not now. It's not how I want it. Now, the man also had 3 beautiful children, a son and 2 daughters. You would think that he would treat them with the greatest of care. And people looking thought that he did. They looked well fed. They were well educated. What was the problem? He abused them. He tortured them every single day. Every day that they were in his presence, he tortured them. What did he do? From the time that they were little, he criticized them, my beloved. He always found fault with every single thing that they did. Fault with the way they looked, fault with the way they ate, fault with their lack of education or the fact that they didn't memorize things well enough. Every single thing that those children did, he criticized them until they were beaten down. The youngest daughter became very mean and cruel to all the workers on the plantation. And you know what those workers were? They were slaves. He thought he owned people. He thought he had the right to say whatever he wanted to anyone without any consequences. It was not a nice thing. But everybody, all his neighbors, thought he was a good guy. All his neighbors honored him. His children grew up. The daughters left. They wanted nothing to do with him anymore. The wife died. The son found somehow the courage within himself. For he had met a teacher. He found the courage to forgive the man. Fast forward. The man dies one day. Now, you know what happens when you die. They have funerals. Sometimes they have funerals. People gather around and they speak things about you. Now, the agreement was that nobody was going to say anything bad about this man. But the man was kind of hanging around the astral. He wanted to know what they were going to say about him. He was sure they were going to praise and praise and praise and praise him. The daughters wouldn't speak. The son said, well, he was a good man. He wasn't perfect. He was a good man. He deserves to be forgiven. And then his brother-in-law stands up. He says, well, I don't know what's wrong with all of you. He wasn't a good man. There's nothing good about him. Do you know how he abused all the children who worked on the plantation? How he abused his own children? All of the cruel and mean things he said to them. Oh, it looked like he didn't really harm them physically, but he was very, very, very cruel to them. So let's not lie to ourselves. Let's use this time, his brother-in-law said. Now that my sister isn't here anymore and doesn't have to put up with this, let's try to forgive him so his grandchildren will not continue to be abused, so that his great-grandchildren will not continue to be abused, so that the children and grandchildren of all the people that he thought he owned will not continue to be abused. And so, above all, that his karma in the coming lifetimes will be softened. For you know, as I know, what we do now, we build, it grows. And all of the cruelty which none of you chose to see, he's carrying with him into his next incarnation. Let us try to forgive. Let us work hard today to forgive. And with that, the daughters started crying, the son starts weeping. And they tried. But in their trying to forgive, they had to also stop and seek to forgive themselves. For they had all allowed this to continue. Not one had dared to say anything to him. Not one had dared to say, you could be nicer. You could be more polite. You could be kinder. Not one. What does that mean, my beloved? It means there's a problem. It really means there's a problem. So today we're coming and we're saying, well, what in your life do you have to forgive? What do you have to heal? Many of you have said to me at one time or another that you're hurting, that your mom or your dad or your boss, your friend, your husband, your wife, that they weren't kind enough to you, that they weren't supportive enough to you, that they weren't loving enough to you. Many of you feel sadness because of that. That's all right. But what's not all right is that some of you don't feel worthy of the goodness of life. And you are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of being happy. You are worthy of being healthy. You are worthy of being safe. You are worthy of finding your own enlightenment. You are worthy of this. And as you know, Sri Shailaji would say, you don't think you're worthy? You think God doesn't think you're worthy? You think Mother doesn't think you're worthy? You think Father doesn't think you're worthy? So what? Accept the blessings anyway. And in time, you will feel worthy. In time, you will know. It's not a matter of worthiness. We are all of us, every one of us, steps in the mud once in a while, gets the shoes muddy, leaves the sandals in the mud, walks barefoot through the earth, hurting, in sadness and confusion. It happens. But I'm asking you today, very, very simply, all of us are like this man who abused those children. That is within me, it is within you. Within our awareness, there is some small, maybe you don't see it, an infinitesimal piece that criticizes other people. And in their criticism, your mental criticism, your verbal criticism, you hurt them. One of the other Swamis said to me a few days ago, I thought this was really a brilliant statement. I never heard it expressed this way. She said, my mother was a Virgo, and she showed her love through criticism. Oh, my beloved, we all have a percentage of Virgo within our beings. And our mind has the habit, your mind, my mind, it has a habit of criticizing yourself, what you haven't done, or you think you haven't done, or you did do, or this and that and the other thing. The person walking down the street, people you don't even know. You know? We live in a world today where this is, it's ridiculous. It's simply ridiculous. It's insane when you think about it. But we live in a world today where you can sit down with these thumbs and you can sit in on one of these little devices and you can opine upon another person's life. Go on social media. You can say as many cruel and untrue things as you wish and spread it throughout the world as if it were wildfire. Spiritually, now is the time to gird yourself, to protect yourself, to guard yourself, to keep yourself safe from that insanity. For you do not need to feed that. You do not need to feed that. Can you imagine, really? I mean, just stop for a minute how absolutely out of balance it is to think that it is all right, to feel that it's acceptable, to communicate every single thought that arises in your mind about something that's happening in another part of the world, it's happening to your neighbor. A thought rose in your mind. Be quiet. Wait a minute. It'll go away. It'll go away. Now, what is the problem, my beloved, that you are all, we all have? It is a need to be accepted. I accept you absolutely as you are. You don't need to change anything. Nothing. Just as you are. You and I need to see and to accept ourselves. And in doing that, be able to accept others. To recognize, this person, even that really evil person, needs to be accepted and forgiven for what they have done. For in forgiveness, you will heal. Now, before we go into our ritual, I'm going to remind you, do you remember the farmer? I'm sure you remember the farmer. Once upon a yogi time, there was a farmer, and he had a cow, and he had a cat, and he had a cobra. And every day, he would go out to the cow and pet the cow and say, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. the cow would give him milk. And he'd say, "Oh, you're the most wonderful cow, the most beautiful cow. I appreciate you so much. And at night, if you want to come into the house, it's just fine. Come and lay down in the corner. There's plenty of room for you here. You feed me. I'm so grateful to you." Cow liked it. The cobra sat and watched this. Man had a cat, beautiful cat. Oh, really elegant cat. It was very, 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 just the height of beauty of all cats. And every night the man would come home and the cat would greet him at the door, and he would sit down in the chair, and the cat, he would pet the cat. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the cat would roll on his back and he'd pet its tummy. The cobra watched. This went on for a long, long time, and one day the cobra said, "Excuse me." "Yes, hello, Sir Cobra. I didn't know you could speak." "Yes. And I noticed that you really are very nice to the cow, you're very nice to the cat, and you kind of walk far away from me. You act like I smell or I'm not very nice. I mean, you never invite me in the house. I wouldn't mind sitting in the corner. And you never invite me on your lap. I would like to see what these others are experiencing. Why are you so cruel to me? You never invite me in." Oh. And the man says, "Well, you're a cobra. It's better that you have that place on the porch that's over there. You're a cobra. You're a cobra." But what happened? The cobra says, "Please, please, oh please, can I please come in the house? Just this once." No, 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 no. "Please, please, please, can I please come in the house?" "Look, you're a cobra. I don't want you in the house. Cobras bite. They poison people." "Oh, no, not me. Look, I really like you. You've given me a place to live. I really like you. I won't harm you. I promise I won't harm you." Does this sound familiar to you, my beloved? Does it sound familiar to you? I might bite, but only other people. I would never bite you. I would never harm you. I just want to see what it's like. All right, you promise? You promise? You promise? "Oh, yes, I give you my word. I would never hurt you. I'm going to take care of you. I promise I'm going to take care of you. The world is going to be much better when I come in the house." Okay. Okay. The man goes and sits down. The cobra slithers into the house. Slithers up the man's legs. Slithers onto his lap and curls himself around. And says to the man, "Now, would you just pet me just a little bit? Please? And the man was worn down. And as he reached over to touch the cobra went and sunk his fangs into the man. I'm sorry, as the poison streams into the man. And with his man's last breath, he said, what'd you do that for? What did you do that for? I'm a cobra. With that, the cobra slithered off the man's lap and left him there to deal with the after effect. Now, my beloved, this is a symbolic story. It's a real story. You have in your life cows, cats, and cobras. Earthlings that feed you, that nourish you, that give you nourishment all day long. The teachings, I hope, of Kriya Yoga, of any mystical, anything you study, feeds you, gives you nourishment. The cat, all of the beautiful things we have in life, art, music, nature, that nourish your soul, that make you feel uplifted. Meditation, meditation, meditation. But my beloved, your life is filled, whether you know it or not, with cobras. Whether it's a behavior, whether it's a person, whether it's a thought, it doesn't matter. You and I, we need to find those cobras, and we need to say, neti, 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 not in my home. No, you're not coming into my home. You're not coming into my sacred place. No. Now here's the deep, deep, deep secret. Please, I'm reminding you today. How did the cobra get in? How did he get in? Japa. Please, please, please. Oh. You know, I'm going to make things better. What happened when he got in? There was a sudden change in behavior that caused the poison to leak out very quickly, very intensely. And so what you must guard against, what we must guard against, is being tired, is not having enough time that you spent internally, that you reflect, that you see how and what you need to do, how you need to do it to become stronger, to nourish that courage that you have, to live strongly with health, and to not get caught up in the fluctuation of the emotional mind. And when you do, to be able to heal, to send the cobra along its way. For there is an antidote to every poison. And the antidote to the poison of emotionality is all the things we talked about. Focusing on beauty, focusing on your breath, focusing on your meditation, doing a healing practice, a prayer practice, paying attention, being kind, cultivating compassion and kindness. All of these things are the antidote to the poisons that are there and that are given there. Know and recognize that what you think, what you speak, and how you act all affect your universe, my beloved. And so today, we're going to move now into our ritual of forgiveness and healing. Forgiveness does not mean to forget, right? Does not mean to forget. It means that you will no longer have the angular energy feeding that situation. You don't have to remember the cobra, the person who said the mean thing to you. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to feel self-conscious about it. The woman in Toledo, Spain, who told me that, my goodness, you should do something about this. She wasn't talking about the cut, she was talking about the color. We really don't like that here. Yeah, well, what do I remember from that? A momentary feeling of, well, I wonder if I should do something about my hair while I'm in Spain, because everybody's probably looking at me and making fun of it. Or the ability to have the courage to say, well, that's interesting. You only met me half an hour ago, and you feel justified in opining about something so personal. We must find courage to let go of these small hurts. All right? Let go of the small hurts. The small hurts, you remember, and it turns into a huge pile of hurts that you can't walk past, that fill every breath that you breathe, so that there is no room for the love, the beauty, and the enlightenment. So there's just this small little thing to say to you. So as we do this ritual, as we begin the forgiveness, you may find something occurring in your mind that you simply say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to forgive. I don't want to. The mind can be like a baby, like a 2-year-old. I don't want to do that. No, not me. I'm not going to do that. They hurt me. They should forgive me first. Not me. So you have to have courage. You have to have strength. You have to have your higher awareness and attune to that and say, well, you know what? I really would like to be content. I really would like to be happy. So yes, I will do that first. I will do that first. Now let us turn inward together. And the camera will be on the altar. And then we will offer, when we are finished with the ritual, we will offer some healing prayers, bringing our energies together and offering our meditative prayers for all of those in the earth who are in need at this time. Many of them in your spiritual energies will make a difference. Namaste, Ji. Sit with your spine erect if you're able, as you're able, and place your hands in the Om Mudra upon your thighs, the index finger and the thumb together in a circle. Turn your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring the head back to the center, and now begin to watch your breath. With the next inhalation of the breath, pull the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk of the body. Use the sipping breath. And now from the trunk of the body, pull the energy into the spinal column. And now from the base of the spine, pull the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you. Expand that golden ball of light and sweep that energy around you to the left, encasing your entire being in golden light. And do this 3 times. Expand that golden light and ascend. Ascend upward. Ascend to the highest realms. Reaching the grove of the meditators. Pause before entering. This grove is surrounded by protective light. The guardians of the meditators surround the grove. You bow to them as you enter. You are always welcome here. This is a safe place for you to enter. As you enter the grove, find a comfortable place to meditate. Call upon your Ishtadevata, your chosen form of the Divine One, to come and be with you at this moment. Call upon your helpers. Feel yourself cradled and blessed in the arms of the Divine. Feel yourself accepted. Gazing through your third eye, you see in front of you, coming down from the highest realms. You cannot see the source. In the garden, there is a waterfall of healing. Gaze at it. Now in your mind's eye, bring forth a person, an event, a situation, something that you want to heal, but you know you must forgive. See it clearly in your mind's eye. And now silently speak these words. As I walk into the waterfall of healing, I wish to heal. I forgive you. For everything you have done. That has hurt me, that has hurt all the others. I forgive you for everything you have done in thought, in word, in deed. I forgive you. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. See yourself turning counterclockwise. And radiating that forgiveness to the north, bowing as you do so. I forgive you. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Turning again to the west. I forgive you. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Turning again to the west. I forgive you. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Again, to the south. I forgive you. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Again, to the south. I forgive you. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Turning back again to the east. Please forgive me for everything I have done in thought, in word, and deed that has hurt you. I am deeply and truly sorry. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Turning counterclockwise, facing north. Please forgive me. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Turning again to the west. Please forgive me. I am deeply and truly sorry. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Again, turning to the south, continuing the counterclockwise movement. Please forgive me. May the hurt be healed. May the karma be dissolved. Turning back again to the east. In front of you, in your mind's eye, in this high place, you see the healing waterfall pouring down into this grove. The colors of the waterfall perfect for you. The light is perfect for you. It is brilliant. You are beckoned. Choosing to truly forgive, choosing to dissolve the karma, choosing to let go of the hurt, choosing to be blessed. Walk into the waterfall of light. Walk into the light. Feel the light pouring around you, through you, within you. Feel the healing light pouring through you, washing away all of the karmas, washing away all of the hurt, loosening and washing the sticky gluiness of the karmic connection. The hurt being healed, the karma being dissolved, the hurt being healed, the karma being dissolved, the hurt being healed, the karma being dissolved. Te Be Tsu De Baya, Te Be Tsu De Baya, Te Be Tsu De Baya. Feel yourself filled with the light. Your body levitating as you walk forth from the light waterfall to return to the embrace of your beloved Ishtadevata, to be surrounded by the love divine, to be accepted, to be lifted, to know the blessing that thou art. The light that you see within that waterfall of healing light is within thee. Gathering your spiritual energies at your sun center. As we send forth these meditative prayers, these prayers of healing, these prayers of blessing from each of us joined together in this high place, pouring these blessings down upon the earth plane. O ye powers that be, we call upon thee at this moment. Ye powers that be in all of the realms, send forth the highest good. Thou knowest better than we that which is needed to heal the karmas of the earth, to lift, to heal. We call upon thee to send forth thy blessings with us. First to Mother Gaia, in gratitude that we are here receiving the blessings of life upon her. Send forth a light to her. Let us chant the Om Shanti mantra. Feel the golden dewdrops of light pouring upon the earth, around the earth, through the earth, upon the earth. You and the divine ones. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, join with us as we send forth blessings to all of those beings who are living with water insecurity. In chanting this mantra, we offer to you clear spring, abundant water as you need it. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those beings who are living with food insecurity, who need nourishment, the nourishment of the prana of life, we ask thee to join with us, that as we send our pranic energy, these souls are blessed and are abundantly fed as they need. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those beings who are living with economic insecurity, we send you this light of gold, that you might be blessed abundantly. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those beings who are living with the insecurity in shelter, in health, in comfort. There are many, many lacks upon the earth, and yet there is great abundance. We call upon Thee to fill those lacks, to soften the karma of all of the beings upon the earth. We ask Thee to join with us, to soften the karma. Thou knowest better than we that which is needed to soften the karma of the earth and all of the earthlings upon it. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Most beloved and precious Ishta, most beloved powers that be, we call upon Thee to guard us, to protect us from the emotionality of the mind. We guard us, protect us, that we might be a blessing unto all sentient life. Let only that which is in the highest good flow into our lives, flow through our minds, flow through our speech, flow through our actions. May we be strengthened with courage. May we be strengthened with the skill of concentration. May our awareness expand to all realms, all corners of the universes. May we continue to grow in detachment as we seek out our own illumination. My beloved, seek out your own illumination. Spend time seeking out your illumination. It's your pranic energy. Spend your time wisely. Bless us again and again and again, that we might more skillfully become a blessing to all sentient life. And as these golden dewdrops pour down upon you, breathe them in, accept them, be blessed by them. Ananda, 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 da, da, Hold on to that sweetness. Carry it with you. As always, I thank you for the blessing of your presence, your Yoga City, your meditative energy makes an enormous difference. To me, certainly, but to you, you're within the circle of your own light. But the world today is in so very much need. So very much need. And what we are doing here when we gather on Sundays does make a difference. I thank you, and I send you my deepest pranams, my deepest respect, and my love. Namaste ji. Namaskar.